The Gospel of Luke is also known as the Gospel of Women because Luke gives more importance to women in his Gospel than do the other evangelists. Luke is the only one who tells us that Jesus had women disciples who provided for Jesus out of their means. Often in his Gospel, when Luke narrates an incident, whether a miracle or a parable which concerns a man, he will immediately follow it up with a miracle or a parable which concerns a woman. In the Gospel of today, this is exactly what happens. He speaks in the first parable about a man who plants mustard seeds in his garden. 720 mustard seeds make 1 gram. This is the calculation of a mustard seed. And yet that 1 mustard seed, which will be possibly 1/720th of a gram, is put into the ground. And that small mustard seed grows into a huge shrub. And that shrub gives rest to the birds of the air who come and make nests in its branches and in its shade. What is the point being made? The point being made is from the little effort that you put, great results can be expected. In other words, do not forget to act. Do not refrain, do not act. Refrain from not acting. In the second parable, a woman is kneading flour. And before she kneads flour, she puts a little yeast into that flour. And there are 3 measures of flour, which is enough to feed 30 people, and just a little yeast. And all the flour is leavened. All the flour has got yeast in it now. The little yeast influences the whole dough. And so, that little yeast compares with the effort that we put in. And so these parables are telling us we must not be concerned about the leveling of the dough. We must not be concerned about the growing of the mustard shrub. Our job and our focus must be on putting in the yeast, of sowing that mustard seed, of acting as we ought to. Unless the mustard seed is sown by us, unless the yeast is put by us, the mustard shrub will never grow. The dough will never be leavened. Will you act as you ought to act today and refrain from not